Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Trading Cam. For this video, we'll be trading using the Fibonacci retracement tool, and I'll be showing you guys this very nice 5-minute scalping strategy using the tool, and hopefully you guys will be able to use this strategy, learn a bit more, and maybe create yourself a more profitable strategy or incorporate this Fibonacci retracement into your strategy. But of course, before we start this video, really helps me a lot if you guys can hit the like button and just comment down below what you want to see, any improvements you want to see in my video, etc, etc. So let's delve straight right into this video. So for my normal trading videos, usually I add a lot of indicators in it, but for this video we'll be only using two things, which is your rectangular box. So you can find the box when you click on these geometric shapes here. Just click on the rectangle. You can style it to add to your favorite tools, which I normally do, and I have this favorite tools bar. And next up, you want your Fibonacci retracement, which you can find on the second part here. You see Gann and Fibonacci tools. You want to click on the Fib retracement, and you can style it as well. So first up, I'm going to show you guys how this strategy works and what does the Fibonacci retracement do. So the Fibonacci retracement is this tool right here where you can see you can draw it, and what you see here is this a lot of numbers here. So what do these numbers mean? So usually when we have a push up to this level, there's usually a pullback. When there's cost price do not just move in one straight line, usually there's a pullback, and usually when it pulls back to one of these key levels, it will have a bounce and then go up and continue the uptrend or the downtrend. So we're going to use that to help time our entries and hopefully be able to have a more profitable win rate with this Fibonacci retracement. So the main key levels that you guys want to look at is your 0.5 and 0.618 level. Personally, if you like more aggressive entries, you can use the 0.5 level, but if you like a more conservative entry, you can take a 0.618 level. So now I'm going to show you guys two different things, is how to enter long positions and how to enter short positions. So let me start with the how to enter long positions one. So first up, on the 5-minute time frame, to enter a long position, you want to identify an area where there is a lot of strong previous resistance. So let me see right here. So how do you identify areas of resistance? You can see here that we tried to push up, it bounced back down, it got rejected once, push back up, got rejected twice, push back up, got rejected again. So you can see that this is actually quite a strong resistance because it got rejected twice. So we're going to draw this area right here where there is strong resistance. So let's say we are looking at the replay right here. You can see that I'm gonna let it play out. So we can see that we have this strong drop here. We tried to push back up to this level, it got rejected once. I'm gonna let it play. So yeah, you can see got rejected twice here, and going down again, try to push up, got rejected one more time here, and you know that this is a strong resistance. So now what are you going to wait for? What you're waiting for is that you're waiting for a break to the upside. So you're going to wait for this type of movement where you already identified this strong resistance. It will try to reject a bit, it'll push back up, break up, and then it'll pull back down to this area. And what you do is you draw the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, and you wait for the pullback to either the 0.5 or the 0.618 level. So let's watch how the price action plays out. So here we have this strong break, and that's what we like. We're gonna let it play out a bit more, and you can see that we are starting to have this pullback. So it's the same thing that really happens. We have this push up, down, a break up, and then it'll pull back down, and then it'll continue the uptrend. So that's how the movement usually works. So what we're going to see here is that how we're going to draw the Fibonacci line is very important. So you want to take your Fibonacci tool, you want to take it from the lowest point of the chart to the highest point of the chart, and there's that. Next up, you want to identify a key level where there could be separate confluences. And what do I mean by that? So you want to only have a buy position either at the 0.5 level or at a 0.618 level. So now you want to look at the 0.5 and the 0.618 level. If you look clearly on the 0.618 level, you see that this level right here is actually quite a big support zone. You can see that here, this is actually a big support zone right here. You can see that there's a lot of support. So where are you more likely to buy? You are more likely to buy at the 0.618 level, because that is the 0.618 level. That is your first confluence. Second confluence is that there's support. Whereas if you look at the 0.5 level, you can see that there's no really support in this area. So what I will do is I'll place my order right above the 618 level. What you can aim for is you can aim for the previous high, which is right there, the previous high, and you can put your stop loss right below the recent support here. So what you see here is that you have actually a 3.06 risk to reward ratio. So let's see how this plays out. So we get tapped out, and you can see immediately we have a bounce back up, and let's see how the rest of the thing plays out. We just let the thing run right here. Actually, okay, let's move back. You can see here, actually when price reaches this area, you can move your stop loss to break even, and it'll be a risk-free trade. But yeah, you can see that we got exited on our trade there, and that is a win. So you can see how powerful this strategy is. Let me see whether I can find another example. So first up, we want to, same thing, you want to identify a area of strong resistance. So usually if you see it, right, you'll be able to tell quite indefinitely. So right here, we sort of have this area of strong resistance. You can see right here. Let's have the replay mode. So what you see here is that, okay, we are seeing this thing form in real time. So we have this break below, and there's a retest of this area. It tries to break above, rejects one time, tries to retest again, rejects another time, tries to retest one more time here, rejects another time. So what are we waiting now for? You can see that we are waiting for this break. You have this movement out, rejection. We're waiting for this break and a pullback, and then we continue upwards. So that's what we are looking at. So let's watch the thing play out. Okay, so we have this break. This is what we are looking for. We have this break above the resistance. Now we want to take a pullback. So you can draw the Fibonacci line from the bottom to the top. And what you identify here is that what you see, we have this zone here. This is literally the perfect zone that you could ever ask for, because what do we see here? We see a support zone where price bounces. So you want to have a long position slightly above the 618 level. In the next high, stop loss you can just put right below. It's a 2.66 risk to reward, or you can even enlarge it a bit to make it a 2 risk to reward. And let's see whether we will get filled. Right now we're not really getting filled, but you still can keep that level. You almost got filled there. Okay, we got filled on this area right here. So let's see how this plays out. Almost reached our take profit, and there we have our take profit. So you can see how powerful this strategy is, especially when you add other things such as support at this area. We have this break to the upside, a pull down to the downside right here, and we have a push back up. And if you guys are asking, like, should I keep my trade here although I didn't get filled on this area? Yes, I personally would, because even though you can see that we almost had our fill on this area here and we didn't get filled, you can see we got filled right here, and then we had this push up. So that is another winning trade. So now I'm going to show you guys how you enter on the short side. I'm going to make this quite brief because it's actually the same thing, except that the difference is you do it on the other way. What do I mean by the other way? I just mean that instead of having resistance, you look at support and you wait for the support break before you continue upwards. So let me find a good support to look at. Let's see. It's not really any decent support to see. Okay, this is quite okay. So what we see here is that we have this support. So let me just have this whole replay and play out from there. So we have this formation of a downtrend. So usually you want to follow the trend if it works. So what we see here, okay, we see this sort of this consolidation. back to this area here. Okay, so this area is where I would expect a lot of support area. You can see we have this bounce, 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 bounce. So this is the support area. Now we're just waiting for a break of this area. We have another bounce there, so just telling us that our support zone is actually correct. Now we're waiting for the break. Here we have this small consolidation before we have the break. Very nice. You want to draw it from the top of this range here to the bottom, so you can have a short position at here. You just want to let it play out. Oh, so we have this movement down, so we're going to readjust our lowest point and we're going to enter right there. Stop loss you're going to put right above the previous support, because once support is broken it becomes resistance. If you guys want another video on that to really delve through the technical analysis behind it, just let me know. Just want to put your entry right below the 618 level. You're going to let it play out, and here we have our tapped up. You can aim for the next bottom low, which is a 2.1 risk to reward ratio. So let's let it play out. Be patient. Okay, right here you can see that we have price right here. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even, and we have our tap out right there. So actually this would be a perfect win right there. Risk to reward is about 2.3. You can make it about 2.7, up to you, or even 2:1. So you can see how the strategy works. Same thing. Let's look for one more example before we do other things. So let's see right here. Let's find another example. Where do we have a decent support? Okay, here we have it. Let's zoom right past here. Okay, so let's look. We're going to let the candles form in real time. We're going to try to identify support zones that are forming in real time. So you can see here, what do I see here is we have these 3 little bounces right here, and you can see we have this actually small little bounce here, so you actually can count that as a bounce. I'm going to let it play out. See this support zone? This just proves that our support zone is correct, because it reaches this zone, bounces up. So now we're going to wait. Okay, so what we are waiting for is we are waiting for this break of this support zone. So price can either continue going up, or what happens is you calm down, reject a bit, break down, and continue downwards. So that's the two scenarios we're looking for. But obviously, since we are trading the Fibonacci retracement, we are waiting for that break downwards. So you have the rejection here, your first rejection, your second rejection, and now we are waiting for a breakdown. Here we have this breakdown, but it's not that strong, so I want to wait for a stronger break. Okay, here we have this big breakdown. We're going to let the trend continue. Okay, so we have this bottom. We're going to put our Fibonacci from top to the bottom. So here, this is where I would use the 0.5 line instead of the 618 line. And you guys might be asking, why am I using the 0.5 line? Because this 0.5 line, the 0.5 line, is coincides with the support zone. And with support, once it's broken, it becomes resistance. So it's a area where I will enter there. And you can also use the 618 line. How are you going to use it? You just put your stop loss right above. So price could either come down here, either go to this 0.5 line, or go to this 618 line before continuing. And even if it goes to your 618 line, what happens is that your stop loss is above the 618 line, so you won't get stopped out, and you still can be able to win the trade after that. So we're gonna see how this plays out. I have already placed my trade at that area. So are we going to get filled? Let's look. Here we get filled on the 618 level, and you can see that it reached the 618 level, and we kind of didn't get stopped out, and now you can see that it's a winning trade. So what you see here is that there are many variations to whether you want to enter on the 0.5 line or the 618 line, but honestly for me it really doesn't matter. If you guys want to be more aggressive, you can enter on the 0.5 line, because let's say we put our entry at the 618 level exactly, you see that you will not get filled. Whereas if you put on the 0.5 line exactly, it's basically a perfect entry right there. So yeah, it can get confusing sometimes. So honestly, if you are more aggressive entry, and you want to have more trades, you can enter on the 0.5 line. You want to have a higher win rate and a more like conservative trading style, I would say enter on the 618 level. But anyways, yeah, this is a more in-depth video on how to trade the Fibonacci retracement. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and this is something that I honestly use by myself, so I'm actually sharing a lot of expertise that I've gained over the years, and hopefully you guys really learned a lot from this video. If you guys want me to give another really in-depth trading video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If we can hit 20 likes on this video, I'll go through another in-depth Fibonacci trading video, maybe on higher time frames, and obviously with other maybe like trend lines, and yeah, just teach more about support and resistance. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye guys.